Hi guys, now we are going to see the topic about how to use the logical operators in decision making statement. See, last class we had seen about the control statement and types of the control statement. There are two types of control statement, decision making statement and another statement is a repetitive statement. And decision making statement we had seen about the if statement. What purpose we are using the if statement, what is if statement, that and all we had seen in previous class. See, let us see shortly the if statement. It is known as decision making statement. Here what purpose this if statement we are using, the if statement were used. By help of this if statement we can able to make a decision that is based upon the condition. We can make a decision by help of this if statement. Now we are going to see how to use the logical operators in the if statement. Say, what are the logical operators and are not, these and all logical operators. Here let us see how to use these logical operators in the if statement. See, first here the syntax of if statement is if, next here condition. Here statement. See, based upon this condition we can take the decision. If this part, otherwise this part, else part, here also we can give some statement. So based on the condition we can make a decision. Here this condition can be expressed either logical expression or relational expression. Here logical expression or relational expression. See, these logical expressions, that is we can use the operator and or not. See, in the program if you are using this logical expression, for and operator we should use the symbol double ampersand symbol. For or double pipe symbol we can use. Next, for not, the exclamatory mark. So these three symbols can be used in the program. Next, for relational operator we can use greater than symbol, greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, equal to. For equal to, for comparing two values we should use double equal to and not double equal symbol. For not equal to we can use this not symbol. So these are the relational operator symbols. See, this condition can be expressed, this relational operator and the logical operators. So what purpose these logical operators were used? It is used to check the condition, that is two or more than conditions can be checked by help of these logical operators. In some situation we need to compare or check the multiple conditions. In there we can use these logical operators. See, now let us see some examples. Here see one simple example. Now I am going to write a program. Here in that program I am going to give the input a single letter from the keyboard. Now I want to check whether the given letter is vowels or not. So this is the program. Let us see. This program is used to check vowel. Here very first header file. I have included the header file. Here I need to give the input single letter only, so I am declaring the variable as character. Here single character, so ch, the variable name is ch. Here printf, I am telling to enter a character or alphabet. Here by using this scanf function, here what data type? This is character data type, so I should use here %c. See, for integer %d, for float we should use %f. So here for character we should use %c. Next variable name ampersand of ch. Here by using the logical operator, I have told you logical operator is used to check condition 2 or more condition. We can check the multiple conditions. Here I need to check the vowel. First I need to check whether the given letter from a keyboard is A. What are the vowel letters? A, E, I, O, U. These 5 letters are the vowels. Here multiple condition. First I should check whether the given letter is A, or second time whether the given letter is E, or I, or O, or U. So here by using the if condition, I am checking the letter, that is whether the value inside the ch is equal to A. Here I should use OR operator, or ch is equal to E, or ch is equal to I, or ch is equal to, here we should use double equal to compare the number, or to compare a character we should use double equal to, whether the variable that hold inside the value is I. Here I am checking whether the value inside the ch is O, or here if this condition is true, any one of the condition is true, because in OR operator if any one condition is true, then the result is satisfied, the result will be executed. So here I am telling to print the given letter or given alphabetic letter or given character, alphabetic character from the keyboard. Given character is vowel. Other words, in else part I am saying printf, here the given alphabetic character is not vowel. Next I am closing. The main base. See, when we are giving the letter from a keyboard, it check the following letters. If any one of the following letters match, then it will print the given character is vowel, or other words it will not vowel. See here in output screen, very first here it will ask enter a alphabetic character. Suppose if you are giving in the keyboard, if you are typing the letter I, here it will check. Here this condition is false, because this I will be stored in the variable ch. Each and every time it will check the ch whether it is a, no, so false, because ch it holds the value I, so this one false. Second, here OR operator check whether the given ch value is a. In ch we have stored I, so this also condition false. Third, here in this condition it will check whether ch is equal to I. In ch I have stored I, so this condition is true. Here this condition false, this condition also false. Out of these 5 condition, this one condition is false. So here in OR operator, any one of the condition is true, then inside that if condition, that statement will be executed. So here this condition is true, so inside this statement here it will execute, that is it will print it, it will in the display screen it will print it as the given character is vowel. Next, after completing this, it will come out of the statement, if statement. Here this is if part, this one is else part. If the any one of the condition true, if part will be work, otherwise else part will be work. Suppose if you are giving here, instead of I vowel letter, I am not giving here, this is not a vowel letter, I am giving the Z, the text. Here it will check, here this false, every condition will be false. So if every condition is false in mainly OR operator, here then the if part will not work, it will goes to the else part. In else part, here I am telling the given character is not a vowel, so here this will print like this, the given character is not a vowel. This message will be displayed. So in this way the logical operator, that is OR operator, were used. The multiple conditions, 2 or more conditions can be checked by using the logical operators in this way. See, suppose if you are giving the value, this is case sensitive. Here if you are giving the letter, capital letter A, see, while checking in the if condition, I am giving the input as caps in upper case. Here this will be false, because if condition while checking the some character or a string or anything, it should be accurate. This is case sensitive. Here I had checked the condition with lower case letter only, so here this will be false. So we should check for uppercase letter also, because A is vowel only, whether it is a small letter or a capital letter, both were vowels only. So here you continuously check for capital letter also. CH is equal to capital A. Next, CH equal to for capital E. Next, operator CH is equal to I. Next, ch is equal to O, next ch double equal to capital U. In this way we can check completely. Next, let us see another one example. See, up to this we have compared the integer data type, float and character data type. See, in this example, character, single character we have compared. Now let us see how to compare the two strings. Say, if character, this one, I am, for example, let us take, I am declaring a variable as character string 1, for that str1. Now str2, totally I have declared the two variables. See, in string 1 I am giving the string as apple. In string 2 I am giving the text as orange. Here, suppose if I want to compare or check, here we can't directly check it by using the relational operator. Here we should use the string compare function. The string compare function is used to compare the two strings. Compare the string like this. If string 1 is greater than string 2, then print something. This thing is wrong. This is invalid input. We can't give directly, we can't compare the two string. So we need the string function, that is string compare function. By help of this string compare function only we can compare the two strings. See, now let us see how these strings were compared. Here, see, string 1, I am declaring the character data type string 1, and string 1 here I should mention the array, how many letters I need to store. For example, let us keep it string 1 of 5 and string 2 of 5. That means totally two variable. Each variable I can store maximum 5 letters in string 1 and string 2. How many letters you need, we can give that letters in the array. This is the index. Here we can give how many letters we need. So maximum 5 letters can be stored in string 1 and 5 letters for string 2. See, suppose for example I am telling, if string 1 is equal to, if I am storing the value A in string 2, if I am storing the value, if it is string we should store the values within double quotes only. If it is a character, we should denote it by single quotes letter. Here this one string, so I have used double quotes. Here next one, suppose if I am storing the, suppose if I am here I am storing the value AA in string 1 and in string 2 BB, totally two values. Suppose if I need to compare this string 1 and string 2 by help of this string compare, the function name is strcmp. This string compare used to compare the two strings. Here in this function, first here argument 1, next argument 2. Totally we can pass the, how much? We can pass two arguments, that is what type of data types? Two arguments are string type. This is a string and this is also string. We should pass two string and we can compare this two string by help of this string compare function. Here this string compare function always it will returns the value, a integer value only. See how it check. For example, if I am storing here two string, that is in argument 1 I am comparing the string 1, and next in argument 2 string 2 I am giving this variable string 1 variable and string 2 variable. That is here in string 1, what is the value in string 1? AA. I am comparing this AA with BB. Whether these two strings are equal? No, these were not equal. So how you check? You check by using the ASCII values. See, each and every alphabetic letter it has the ASCII value. By comparing the ASCII value only it will check. See, this return value of this string compare function is totally there were three values were there. First one 0, it will return value equal to 0. Next the return value is greater than 0, and next the return value will be lesser than 0. That is equal to 0 means this is value will be a 0, neutral value. Greater than 0 means the value will be in positive, greater than 0. Next, if it is lesser than 0 means the value will be in negative numbers. So here, see, for your understanding, first let us take this two value as AAA. Here this value also A and A. See, ASCII value for each and every alphabetic letter it has ASCII value. Suppose if it is a small letter A means the ASCII value is 97, small letter B 98, small letter C 99, small letter D 100 up to Z. It has the lowercase letter Z, it has the values, that is ASCII values. ASCII value for this one lowercase. In same way, for uppercase letter, if it is capital letter A, then the ASCII value is 65. This is for uppercase. Capital letter B 66, capital letter C 67, capital letter D 68, up to capital letter Z, it has some ASCII values. See, suppose if you want to compare these two strings, here the string 1 is A and A. What is the capital letter A? 65. See, here 65 double A, totally we should add this ASCII value. 65 and 65 is 130, and this also 130. 65 and 65 130. Now in the string compare function, it subtract the ASCII value of string 1 and ASCII value of string 2. Here it subtract the, here 130 minus 130, that is equal to 0. If it is 0, then here both string are equal. See, let us keep it this one as small letter A, and this one string 2 is small letter B. Now here if you want to compare this two string, here the small letter A I am comparing with the small letter B. So what is the ASCII value of small letter A? 97 here, and 97 minus what small b is 98. So 97 minus 98, what is the value? The value will become in negative, that is minus 1. So if it is minus 1, then it is lesser than 0. If lesser than 0, it comes in minus digit, that is negative digit. So here if this return value of string compare function is lesser than 0, then this one is string 1 is lesser than string 2. See, the string 1 is lesser than string 2. See, next, suppose if you are giving the first letter as B and second letter as A. Yes, in string 1 you are storing the letter B, and string 2 if you are storing the letter A. When we are comparing these two strings, here first B, string compare of B and A. Here the string 1 is how much? 98, because the ASCII value of B is 98. Now I am reducing this 98 with 97. So 98 minus 97 is the value is 1. This is positive number. If it is a positive, means it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then it will come in the positive digit. If it is greater than 0, then string 2 is greater than string 1. Here string 1 is greater than string 2. Say string 1 is greater than string 2. Here both strings are equal. If it is 0, return value is 0, both the value are equal. If the return value greater than 0, then the first parameter, that is the string 1, is greater than second parameter string 2. Suppose if it is lesser than 0, the return value from string compare is lesser than 0, then the string first argument string 1 is lesser than string 2. So in this way we can compare the string. So here if we need to compare the two string, definitely we should use the string compare. By help of the string compare we can compare the two strings. So now let us see some examples. Here the string function comes under the header file string.h. See, the scanf, printf, these and all comes under the stdio.h. In same way, scanf, printf, this also a built-in function. In same way, the string compare, this also a built-in function which comes under the string.h. This is the header file name. Here we are going to use the string by help of the, here we are going to use the string function. By help of the string function we are going to compare the strings. So I am including the header file include here string dot h. See, this program is used to, by help of the, used to calculate total mark, average mark, result and class or grade. First class, second class, that one, grade. So by help of this program we are going to calculate the student marks. So here I have included 3 header file. After that void main, here I am going to declare the subject marks. This is integer variable, because in the mark list, in subject marks, the mark will be given in whole digit number only. So here I am using the integer data type. Next, what are the subjects? Subject 1, subject 2, or mark 1, mark 2, subject 3, mark M4, that is subject 4, M5. Totally here I am using the 5 subject. So I have declared the 5 subject marks. Next, here next I need to find the total. Say the total we can give it here, because every subject mark we should add. This is integer data type. Next we need to find the average of the subject mark. See, the average mark will come under the fractional value. So here we should use the float data type. So I am using float. Next, average mark. Here I need to get the input. So here printf, I am telling enter the 5 subject marks. Next, by scanf function, here I am entering the subject mark. Say 5 subject marks, M1, M2, M3, totally 5 subjects. We can get one by one, or otherwise within a single statement itself we can get the 5 subject marks. Here if I am going to get the 5 subject marks, this is one what data type, integer data type, so I have declared it as %d. Next one M2, this also the integer data type, so here I am using %d. Totally 5 subject marks. I have declared the format specifier as %d because it is integer. Next, here I need to refer this variable name. Here variable name is M1 and second one ampersand of M2, ampersand of M3, ampersand of M4, ampersand of M5. Totally here I am getting the 5 subject marks. Next, up to this we have declared the variable for marks and we have give the input to the mark. Next, here I need to find the total mark. Here for total mark I have declared the variable as TOT. So I am going to add every subject mark. I am going to store it in the TOT variable. So here TOT is equal to totally how many subjects here? M1 plus M2 plus mark 3 plus mark 4 and at last the subject 5, that is mark 5. Here I am adding the 5 subject marks and I am storing it to the variable TOT. Now here first I have calculated the total. Now I want to find the average and result and grade. Next I need to find the average. So average mark, that is equal to here total mark, that is total subject mark divided by total subjects. How many subjects? 5. So divided by 5. See, after finding this average mark, next we want to find the result. See here the result is whether pass or fail, the student is pass or fail. Suppose if the student got in every subject more than 40, then the result is pass. If any one of the subject, if he got the mark lesser than 40, means that student is fail. So here we are going to find the result. See, by using the if condition we can check whether the student had passed or not. Here by in the if condition, well, the condition should be in every subject student should have greater than or equal to 40 marks, then only the result is pass. So here by help of this if condition, here I am using AND operator. Here mark 1 is greater than or equal to 40. Next here and mark 2 greater than or equal to 40. Next and mark 3 greater than or equal to 40 and mark 4 greater than or equal to 40 and the subject mark 5 is greater than or equal to 40. Here I am using the AND operator. Why I am using AND operator? See, every condition it should be true, then only the result will be satisfied. That result will be true in the AND condition. Here I should use only AND operator only, because every condition, that is every subject mark should be compulsorily it should be greater than 40. So M1 is should be greater than 40 and M2, M3. If any one condition is fail in this AND operator, then it will go to the else part. So here I am using the AND operator. So if every subject mark is greater than or equal to 40, then here I am storing the result. Say here I need to declare the variable for result. Here I didn't declare the variable for result. So here result means here I are storing the some alphabetic letters only. So So we should declare that result variable in character data type. So here I am using character. Here character. In character data type res result, for storing the value result I am declaring the variable as res. See, this res hold how many letters? See, the result is pass or fail. Pass means totally PASS, pass, or FAIL, fail. Here how many letters? Both where maximum letters is 1, 2, 3, 4 letters only. So here I am declaring the res variable in array. I am declaring the maximum letters can be stored here 4, or otherwise we can declare it as 5 also. Approximate value here I am giving 5. Next, grade. For grade we are going to store input first class, second class, or third class. So here grade, this also a character data type, grad. Here grade, here I am declaring the array as 10, that is maximum 10 characters can be stored, 10 letters can be stored. So these character data types, this res and grade, the two variables are string data types. We can store the string value inside the variable, that is grade variable and this res variable. So here I am checking this. If every mark is greater than or equal to 40, then I am going to store the value result res is equal to here pass. Next, else res is equal to fail. See, next res is equal to fail, and here I am closing this brace. See, we have find total mark, average, result. Now we need to find the grade. See, here we have used one simple if-else if condition. By help of this if statement we have find this result. Now we are going to use another one if condition in our program. This if statement is used for finding the grade. So here first if the grade, it is given by help of the average mark. If the student having the average greater than 60, then that student grade is first grade. If the student has average mark between 50 to 59, then the grade is second grade. If lesser, if 40 to 50 means the grade is third grade. So in this way we need to find the grade. So here I am using the if condition. By help of this if statement I am going to check the average mark should be AVG. This average mark should be greater than or equal to 60 here at the same time, and we should check the result also. Here for the result, how we can check the string? If we need to check the two string, here we should use the string. By help of this string compare function we can compare the two string. Here average should be greater than 60, at the same time result also should be pass. Why I am telling here means, see, out of 5 subject, if a student getting the mark 100, 100, 100, totally 4 subjects 100 mark, and the 5th subject if we are getting 0 mark, then total marks how much it is 400. The average is divided by 5, so the percentage is 80%. So we can't give the class for this student because he had failed in one subject. So here we should check the unconditioned because both the conditions should be true. See here average marks also it should be greater than at 60. At the same time he should have the result pass. So here I am using the AND operator, and here by using this string compare function I am comparing the result, this variable, the value inside this variable res if and pass. If this both were equal, means it should be 0. If the return value will be 0, already we had seen. Here if it is fail, the return value will not be 0. So here I am checking. If this condition were true, then I am going to give the grade as first grade. So here in grade I am storing the string first class or first. Next I am going to, here I am using if else if statement because multiple times I need to check for giving the value for the first class, for second class, for third class, and for the student who failed. So totally I need to check 4 times. So here I need to use the multiple if statement. So here I can use if else if statement. Here if, other words else if average should be greater than or equal to 50, and at the same time the average mark should be lesser than 60, and at the same time the student should get pass in the result. String compare of result here no space, so I am writing here. We should write it in same line, this one, and string compare of this one res and pass should be 0. If this else part is satisfied, then grade is equal to second. Here next else if, else one space, after that you should use if. Here average mark is greater than or equal to 40, and at the same time average mark lesser than 50, and string compare of this result and pass is equal to 0, then grade is equal to third. Else other ways, here grade is equal to, here fail. For if these 3 conditions were not satisfied, then the student have no grade. Here grade is equal to fail or nil. So here grade is equal to nil, or we can write it as fail also. So next up to this we have find the total mark, average mark, result and grade. Now we need to print the every statement. Here printf first total mark of the student, total mark is equal to percentage d, because the total it comes under the integer data type. Percentage d comma tot, the variable name is tot. Next, printf, we need to print the average mark, avg. Average is equal to percentage. This avg data type is float data type, so here I am using percentage of f and comma the variable name avg. Next, we need to print the result and grade, so here printf result res is equal to percentage s, because this one is string. If it is a single character, we can use percentage c. This one is a string value. More than one character we have stored in this result and grade, so here we should use percentage s. Next, comma here the variable name res. Next, printf grade or class. Grade is equal to percentage s. This also string. Next, variable name grade. Here get ch, and I have closed the main program. See, in printf statement we can print the result one by one, otherwise in a single statement result. By help of the single statement we can print the multiple result in a single printf statement. Here this is one way, otherwise say after this else part, here I am continuing the program. Say printf, by help of /n. /n it is used to print the statement or print the message or result in line by line. Next, so I am using /n here. Next, here total mark. Total is equal to percentage d. Next, again /n. That means first it will print the total, and after the result will be print in the new line, that is next line. So here I am using /n. After /n we need to print average. Average is equal to, this data type is float data type, so percentage f here. Next, this percentage f. Next /n. After that result is equal to this one percentage s, because result is string data type. Next /n. After that grade. Grade is equal to this one percentage, this also yes. Here I am closing this. See, in printf statement the format specifier should be mentioned within the double quotes. Before and after the format specifier we can give some message. If we need, we can give the message. See, this is first part is format specifier after comma. Next, I need to specify the variable names, relevant variable names. For total, I had given it as TOT only. So here no space, so I am writing here. After this, here these double quotes are opened, here I have closed these double quotes. Next comma, after that here the variable name, that is first one TOT. Next comma, this one for total, average. For this also I have declared the variable as AVG. Next, after average, result. For result I have declared the variable as RES. So comma, next at last grade. GRADE. Then at last semicolon. I have completed the semicolon. Here close the main brace, get CH, and I have closing the main brace. So instead of giving one by one, we can give the output in a single statement. Every value of the result will be, every result will be printed in the one by one within the single statement also. Here printf /n total is equal to %d, that is total value will be printed in the output screen. Next /n, after that it will moves to the next line, there it will print AVG, that is average is equal to, here percentage of f, that is floating point AVG, that result, average result will be printed. After that /n, means next line it will print the result. Then next line /n, it will print the grade is equal to percentage of s. I have closed this format specifier part, that is within double quotes. Next comma, here the variable name. In this way also we can print the result.